was Dinesh's magic. Then he proposed to me, he said, I love you. And I said, you're aware of that, right? That I'm older than you? Oh, yeah, that doesn't make any difference. But how come that doesn't make? Your parents, your brothers, what are they going to say? Huh, I don't care. I made up my mind, he said. So such little miracles came all the way. And then he called his dad and he told him, I'm getting married. His dad said, are you informing me or you're asking permission? He said, I'm informing you. See, people don't understand. They should always compare that. Look at a plant, a tree, full of one seed gives you thousands and thousands of. A tree, a tree is never going to think, let me shortchange, let me keep something for myself so I don't give up. But humans, because we have this intelligence and we are capable, so we say, nobody's watching. But in the long run, the law of sowing and reaping shows up, Really, we never even had an office, 2914 Catala Avenue. We started from home. The logo was designed by me. We couldn't afford anybody to design the logo, but everybody liked it after that.
Today is January 17, 2026. We're driving to APEX CDR celebration. It's APEX's 3rd year anniversary. We've been in operations for 3 years and we're celebrating the legacy of CDR Group, the company that we acquired. And especially the legacy of Dinesh Rao. Today is Dinesh's birthday. He was a great environmental consultant. He left a great legacy from himself. He put the needs and the priorities of his clients above any financial gains. And his purpose and motto in life was to help his client make sure that he stands up for truth, not for financial gains. And that's something we respect a lot at APEX, and we want to follow his footsteps.
He had masters in environmental engineer, bachelors in civil, and then before he left this earth, he had masters in anthropology. Because when he was growing up, everybody would say, Dinesh is quiet, Dinesh is quiet. I said, why would they say like that? Yeah, they always thought that, I can't talk or I'm not a very talkative person. He told me he got frustrated and he's saying, I didn't understand. I don't like to make frivolous conversation. So when there's nothing to talk, I don't talk. I don't understand why people has branded me that I can't talk. And that is why he took anthropology. He gave the description and he wrote that article about that India, and also same is with Iran also. People like us, India is a very education centric. Like if you don't have a certain amount of degree, then you're like nobody. Nobody wants to talk to you.
He was at one of my client's businesses, soliciting my client. And at that meeting, I thought, well, who is this guy stealing my client? And the truth is, Dinesh turned out to be a gift from God. He explained to the client where he was, which is something my client already knew but just rejected because the DTSC was costing him a lot of money that he never thought he would spend. So Dinesh explained it all to him, and It turns out we were great collaborators until his unfortunate passing. Um, he would find the jobs, he would bid how much they cost, he would execute the jobs, he would hire me to do the kind of work that he wasn't really cut out to do. He didn't like to shovel, he didn't like to log borings, he didn't like to sit in the sun really, he didn't like to listen to the machinery grind and roar away. But he would sit in the office and keep track of it all and write the reports we needed with the data we gathered so that the clients would be pleased. It was a perfect life for me.
So it became a nickname for him. Oh, Dinesh is a referral king. He doesn't go out really looking for business, but he just gets it in house. And that was a tremendous, so full of life, and he really had many dreams and goals for the business.
In my nature this way, okay, it's like nothing. I mean, he will keep talk a lot. That's only the thing I didn't like. I said, get point and get going. But otherwise, he's nice, person, because in my life, just met many people from everywhere, and I notice everybody has different nature, and you have to deal with, and I never had anybody that that I can say I didn't like.
She said, thank you, Mr. Rao, and enjoy. Thank you, Mrs. Rao. You should enjoy that place. Tears came in my eyes. And I said, excuse me, can you tell me how much it cost? She said, why are you crying? I said, yeah, I know it's very expensive, but please tell me. Don't worry, Dinesh. I said, no, please tell me, otherwise I'll return it. Just now you have to tell me. So she said, 48,000. I said, that was his salary when he was an engineer, when we got married. That much money he used to make. He really surprised me. I used to always do that.
That's a testament to his success.
Yeah. I was so overwhelmed. I started crying. I was laughing, and it was such a mixed emotion. Because I don't know, he could remember for such a long time. He kept in his heart, never said, I will buy this for you, and surprised the heck out of me.
He kept track of it every night and would not go to bed until he had completed his sample analysis, his report writing, his payroll, his subcontractors. He always took care of all of us very well, even if the clients didn't pay sometimes. I told him to stand by and I pushed the drum around. And it turns out, I found out later on, he was too tired at that point to drive back and forth from his home to the job, which incidentally is not very far. Later on, he thought he had hurt his back, and eventually he was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and that was right at the height of the COVID, so he had to pass away peacefully on his own. That was a sad, sad day. But Dinesh and his project shall live on in my memory forever.
He was a very thoughtful human being for everything and for everybody. That's just, he was very, very consistent human being.
And I have to say, Dinesh and I spent many hours together. He'd come to our site, he'd come up to my office. We'd talk not only about the philosophy of what we needed to do strategically to get the state to fund but just life in general. And I have to say, what a gentleman Dinesh was. I love the man. He was just the sweetest, most honest guy. In fact, he really brought out the corruption of the company that he was working for, Encon. And when he went off on his own and created his own company, I jumped on board right away because I know what his integrity and his moral ethics were, and I knew that we were in good hands with Dinesh.
Definitely, he wanted his business to take This business, CDR Group, doing business as CDR Group, Cost Detective Reconnaissance Group, and everybody thought that it stands for Chandra Dinesh Rao. But they didn't know that it stands for Cost Detective Reconnaissance Group, doing business as CDR Group, because it's a too long name. We were the recon team who would come and do the recon, he would do it, and then we'll tell how much it's going to cost to people. But his dream was to maybe down the line franchise to engineers who want to have their own business and really don't want to work for anybody, franchise it and be their support team. So train people that it would environmental industry nobody franchised, but he wanted to do that. He also wanted to teach groundwater monitoring to children in New Mexico. He bought a land there to open a school there. We have the land, but Dinesh is not with us anymore. And he wanted to teach these kids groundwater monitoring because he was extremely disturbed as to why people come from Mexico and always starting the dishwasher job. He had that feeling for them. And he said, I'm going to train them, So he was always very innovative, always people-centric, but his words were very of great value. He would not just talk. If something he has not made a determination, he will not do it. He's not going to just say it. He will only say things that he knows he's going to do it. And he was extremely concerned and caring about all the clients. So every client that he got became our friends. They would come into the same house. They would eat with us, break bread with us, and he would treat them nice because he would treat them that you're one of my family members now. So don't worry. And he earned that reputation with all of them. So people would come soliciting, hey, CDR can't close your case, I will do something. You say, no. You cannot be like CDR. I know Dinesh personally. And he then also became a referral king because knowing his passion for doing the job right and really going the extra mile, he was not putting everything in a billing like some average companies or some big companies do that. For them, billing is very important. He wouldn't do that. He would really do a lot of work on the site.
And we spent many, many years, and he went way above and beyond in terms of not only getting us the right subcontractors to help clean up the site and make the right recommendations for us, but also helped us with the state of California getting the UTC fund to help us fund the project.
Coming to stay in Kelvin was as if like destiny had put us together. We met through a common neighbor, I think so. So I went to stay in a place where somebody told me that there are a couple of Indian people living here, maybe one or two. And one day my door was, when I cook, how typical apartment buildings, the smell starts circulating inside the house. I didn't like that. I would close my bedroom door and I would open the door. So one day I saw him going and I said, the guy looks from India. While going, he just very shyly said hello to me and I said hello to him. This way. Then some comment he passed. Smells very good. So I had some friend. I'm always entertaining people. So Brinda, my very best friend, she and her husband were going to come to eat. So they love chicken. So I had prepared chicken. Ordinarily, I don't prepare for myself. So I'm not very. So he said, smells good. So
As he was walking by.
He was walking by with his laundry. He went to do laundry and smells good, he said. So I said, I just said, you live here close by? He's saying, some number, he said, that apartment I live. So I said, okay. So he left his door open, I don't know why. After some times, the chicken got prepared, and I said, when they come, I'll make fresh rice for them, but I had already made a small amount. So I took the rice and chicken for him, and I knocked at his door, and I said, you like this smell? You want to try? He was very shy, but he said, yes. And I left it on his kitchen counter, and I went because I have guests coming to my house, so I didn't sit and chit chat. I just came. It became in my back of my mind. I said, "Oh, here is a single guy who doesn't have any family here. So when I'm preparing, I just have to put 2 extra to make the rice, and so I used to mostly."
So you started feeding him.
I did.
That's your trick for making people fall in love with you, huh? Making food for them.
I always do that. I don't know. I don't think that way. I don't think that way, really.
It just happens naturally.
Yeah, that's right. I think he was born in a place called Chennai. Earlier it was known as Madras, Madras. And then his family built a new house. So basically, as a baby, he was taken to the new house in Hyderabad, India. He was a human being, very determined, very humble, yet very, very strong sense of right and wrong. Doesn't matter if something is wrong, then he'll just tell it, whether it's the regulator. So Suhan got very upset with him. She was one of the regulators that was not closing Preco, and she was about to retire, and Chris and Dinesh went there. Mehmet was not there that time on that group because he had a full-time employment.
These are his colleagues, right?
Yeah, all his colleagues, correct. So they went, and Suhan, the regulator, that she thought that she is the ultimate gift to the water board. So she told, Chris is a very humble and nice person to talk. He's a very wonderful human being. So she told Chris, shut up. She didn't tell Dinesh. She told Chris. Dinesh folded his book, stood up, saying the conversation is ended. You cannot talk to my geologist like that. This is unacceptable. And he walked off from there.
He was such a gentle soul that, he had the ability to create relationships with people.
And 99.9 time, I would say that clients instantly believed. They just, because he was so transparent, With time, it goes up in value because it's a Waterford crystal from Ireland.
The good always die young, and this was the case with Dinesh.
Yeah, he loved crystal, and he loved to solve people's problems. So he always said that I don't care how long it's going to take me to grow, but I will do one person at a time, one site at a time. And that was his passion.
That saying that, Rui is now kind of taking over what Dinesh was doing, and he also has the same. I've determined has the same integrity, and I'm blessed.
And he said that I had such hard time because he had not seen a computer back home. Computer was not there. and it was in the library. So
Again, with Apex, Rui, I find, being equally as ethical as Dinesh was.
Life is all about the connections that we have and the impact we leave behind. And I am very grateful and very fortunate to have these impactful connections. All the people who have supported Apex, are connected to Apex. And
I think I've been given a good opportunity to learn quickly about a lot of different things and hone my skills and actually improve the systems of this company as I identify problems.
we are a small team, but we're doing mighty things. And the recent award with the city of Santa Monica is actually a testament to that.
And told him I really want to get started. I really have the need to grow, and it was really nice because he heard me and what I was feeling.
We want to be a leading brand, an international brand in preserving our precious habitat and our environment that we live in, that we prosper in, and make sure that this habitat is preserved for next generations.
I was happily given a full-time role eventually, and so it was really great. And I was very happy with that, and to be heard, and also to be appreciated. Because in Apex, I feel like I have many hats I can wear.
We can do things in a different way. We can change the purpose of a company from merely be profit and more money and growth to be the real purpose, which is improving our communities, solving clients' issues and problems. And the money and profit is going to come on its own when you focus on the purpose and the impact in the first place.
So that was a good, transition.
I feel, I'm just connecting to a new human being. I'm not thinking that they're going to give us this site or not. I feel, worst come worst, I just made a new friend. That was my attitude. But with Dinesh's expertise, so I guess we made a good team.
And I'm just grateful to be able to carry on Dinesh's legacy and prove that money is just a tool for us to do impactful things and not the purpose of what we do.
He's definitely was and is still today, because I feel that the soul never dies and the soul is always there. So even today, sitting there in my couch or anywhere, I talk to him. I ask him questions, and then I say, you have to answer me in certain ways so I know I'm doing right. And I feel he's still there. And smiling face. Dinesh Rao, my late husband, was something most wonderful that happened to me. I feel that he was not just anybody. He was not just a man you get married, He was a gift from Shri Krishna, gift from God, I believe.